Yo guys, Ponchy here, and today we're going to learn how to transpose our patterns on our Analog 4 Mark II. Let's go. Alright guys, first things first, on the track 1 here we have a bass sound. Pretty standard. On track 2, we have kind of a plucky kind of preset. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to create two little patterns here. So let's go ahead and create a pattern on the bass track. Okay, simple enough. I'm just going to leave the notes the same too for this purpose of transposing. The second track here, I'm going to do the same kind of thing, just one note, but I'm going to raise it up a minor third. If you're not sure what a minor third is, don't worry about it. Okay, so essentially what I have going on here is two patterns that have the same timing, and they essentially kind of make a chord. So I'm going to show you something interesting you can do with transposing that will basically change the aspects of the chord. So the simplest way to transpose, you want to start your pattern, go over to the transpose button, you hold that, and then you'll see these all turn red, and then this one lights up because that's currently where you have the pattern transposed to. So if you want to transpose the patterns, you just hit any one of these notes. And then back to the original note. Okay, so that's the simplest way to transpose some patterns, but there are some other interesting things you can do. As you may have noticed, the transpose button actually transposes all of the patterns, because when you hold transpose, you'll see that all of the tracks are lit up red. So if you want to just transpose one track or just a couple tracks, you would essentially mute these other tracks from being transposed. We don't have to worry about the FX and CV track, though if you are using those, you need to make sure that you mute or unmute them accordingly. And I use the term mute, kind of loosely. It's not that you're actually muting it, it's just that you're stopping them from being transposed. So anyway, what I want to do now is just transpose the bass track and leave the higher track, the higher pitched track alone. So if I want to transpose the bass track, that's on track 1, so I'm going to mute all the other ones from being transposed. So let's play the pattern. Now if I do that same thing I was doing earlier, you'll find that only the bass track will transpose. Okay. Now, of course, you can try the opposite thing. Try it with the higher pitch track and see how that sounds. You know, that one doesn't sound quite as good as transposing the bass track. But the cool thing about this is you can create patterns that are just, you know, pretty simple, you know, in terms of there's not a lot of notes, not a lot of movement between the notes, and then just use the transpose button to create the movement. Now, to me, that's one of the most interesting things about the Analog 4 is the fact that you can transpose on the fly. You know, this is definitely something that can be used live. You know, if you're just like messing around creating patterns, you know, to record, you know, that's a different story. You probably wouldn't need to mess with the transpose as much, but you know, it's certainly a super powerful thing for playing live. So hope that helps you guys. This was a short one today, but I'll be back sooner than later for another video, being as this one was so short. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. And feel free to like the video if this gave you value. And be sure to subscribe to check out all my new videos. And ring that bell if you want to be notified about my new videos. I do videos every week. And I'll see you in the next one.